as high as 150 pounds.
I just like the fucking nice old ass leather medicine balls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Kevlar ones are almost identical to that, but it's the new Kevlar material.
We've made some sand, and he goes on to ask about it.
Things.
I think you're going to see Lance, TRB EDC is probably going to market a sandbag soon. We have 2 downstairs. We've got what, a 50 pounder and an 80. We got a 35 and a 50. You can combine them, make 80. They're roll top. There's no way sand's getting out of them. We actually filled them with gravel. Sand's probably better. We just didn't have any gravel.
We had plenty of gravel.
We didn't have any sand. You could wet the sand to make it heavier. You could put partial sand and partial filler to fill the bag but keep the weight lower. Like Justin said, they've got their place. Will we market it? I don't know if we'll market them.
When the sand made a mess, we used the lead shot. We used like buckshot, and this was 2009.
Diver supply
in my first
year. All that shit.
We used the old school sandbags that zipped and sand went everywhere. Yep. We ended up buying the metal balls, and they use them, I guess, in gun to make reload your own guns. But I didn't get the little baby BBs. I mean, we got the bigger ones because they fall out. That was heavy.
Too heavy.
Oh my god!
And then if you had it lower, there wasn't enough volume to grip it. So you got to play. You got to play with it. I mean, you could add partial sand and partial coffee beans to take the volume up.
Or you could use something about the size of what, like a little bean bag they pay that cornhole with. If it was solid lead with them lead balls, I don't know how much that cost for people to make. But Lord, that'd be like a dumbbell.
But the idea of the sandbags is they can
full body.
They can travel with them. They can put their dirts free. That's kind of where they're going.
I was wondering what the point of it was, traveling. I guess.
I don't think anyways. I mean, there's dudes traveling, but most dudes traveling working out are working out anyways.
Yeah.
Thomas Matthews, any ideas of a subscription service with Swinney products, either separate products or part of a package based on your goals, strength training, CF, weight loss, etc. What is CF? What am I?
CrossFit.
CrossFit. That's what it is.
That is actually in the works. So John knows what I've had going on for the past year, which is why I haven't been around on social media. Me and John have talked, but I've got a bunch of things in the works. We're trying to meet and make everybody happy, and I'm having a hard time with Justin doing that because somebody always needs something that somebody else needs, and it's as far as my time. There's only
stop trying
2:30 to 3 every day.
Take the dude with the most money.
Well, y'all that know me know I like to help everybody and make everybody happy, which is not, I know it's not best all the time, but I like to help people. I just really like to help people. So it's me helping people, the amount of hours that I have decided to, took a toll on my time. So when you're working 16 to 20 hours a day, it's like, when I say working, I mean, I don't mean on my phone or on social media. I mean, that ain't got touched yet. I mean, I'm actually doing clinical research or with somebody all those hours. So we are going to offer that. Our website person, I haven't talked to in a while. I tried to contact. So I'm in the midst of, I need to hire a new website person. So if anybody listening to this, send me an email. I've got to find somebody that can respond within 24 to 48 hours and help me. And
that'll be easy.
We'll add subscriptions to the supplements. If you do it monthly, it'll be a different price. And we're going to do programming. So if you want strength building or whatever, for X amount of dollars, you'll get, we're going to do the videos, but you'll have your own private stuff. So that will be coming soon. I just need somebody to help me put it there. So.
Michael Blockstrom, best workout with time restricted schedule to lose weight.
That would probably be high intensity because you don't have time. So you need to go as hard as you can, as long as you can, and be done. When I'm short on time or my clients are short on time, we're trying to do cardio or lose fat. I know we said Tabata earlier, but it's just referring to high intensity. We'll do 20 to 30 seconds of all-out effort if you can, followed by 10 to 15 seconds of rest. And we literally repeat that as many times as we can until we're about to pass out. And then we rest for a minute or two and do it again. And we look at the clock and go, okay, we got 30 minutes. How many times can we do 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest in a row? And then how long do we have to rest in between to keep it going? And you can just pick your exercises. It can be body weight. You can do push-ups, body squats, lunges. You can do all three of those back to back to back. Jumping jacks, I mean, you can do anything. High intensity.
John Cruz, what's the best way to utilize peaks with vaso and epigrow?
Peaks?
I don't know what he's talking about. That's exactly what it says. We'll cut that one out. Alright, Jake Golden, where can I get PCT11 now? Was buying from the Shopify site, but it's now, we're not.
PCT11 is on order. We upgraded to some trademarked ingredients that just seem to be a little more potent. It's the same ingredient, but when it's trademarked or patented, it's like a guaranteed 90-something% extract, which the other one supposedly was. But when it's trademarked, you know you're getting it. So all I've done is tried to improve the PCT11, the Epigrow, and the Prime 9. All three of those, that has happened, and the ingredients got added. So they have been highly upgraded. Even though they were great before, they're going to blow them away when we get them now.
Okay.
So they should be, and I hate to say 3 months because I know that's a long time away, but I would like to say that to give me a little time.
Yeah.
The labels usually take 8 weeks to even get those, so
All right,
it's on the way.
Jonathan James, testosterone. Can it be boosted? Why is PCT11 better than anything else on the market in layman's terms? Can you lose weight while putting on muscle, or should you lose weight first and then build muscle?
Testosterone, can it be boosted? Yes. It can be boosted over the counter with products like PCT11. In my opinion, the reason PCT11 is one of the better ones on the market, and I don't want to say anything about anybody else's products, it's because before I came out with PCT11, I had all those ingredients bought individually. I weighed them myself on a microgram scale, microgram milligram, put it in a capsule, took it myself with nothing else. Did my blood work in 4 weeks. I saw the change in my free testosterone. I was like, wow, I finally nailed it. And it took a few tries to get a significant response, and 10 points ain't a significant response. So then I had 3 of my clients at the gym try it, and then we moved to a bigger. And then after 9 months, we had enough positive results to come to market with it. And the lab I use is at an FDA-approved facility, CGMP, NSF. They've got 5 different qualifications. So in my opinion, it's because we did the research to get the right formula, 1. 2, what the label says is what's in there, and I proved that with COAs. I think that's why it works. I don't believe in these other products, because I know what they cost to make. And the prices I'm seeing, I'm like, that's not even possible. And the other question was,
can you lose weight while putting on muscle? I think what he means is...
The short question is yes.
Yeah.
You can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time.
Okay, Volpe. This is very vague. Need some advice to help my injuries while I work out to lose fat and gain strength. What all would you take, Swinney product-wise, and why? We don't know what the injuries are, though.
Not knowing what the injuries are, I would probably stay as basic as possible with giving you advice. You need protein, you need vitamins, you need amino acids. I don't know what your hormones are, but I would think if you're going to work out or do therapy, you probably need the P2 creatine, because that's just the burning in the muscle when it's recovering, it'll delay that. And then as far as exercises to heal the injuries, if it's your rotator cuff in your shoulder, you need to train the rotator cuff, the shoulder, and the scapula. Don't forget the scapula. If it's your knee, you need to train the knee, hip, and ankle. If it's the back, you need to train the ankle, knee, hip, and core. I mean, I don't really know,
Yeah,
but
we don't.
there's a bunch of answers for that. But
Flores, who you...
yeah.
Where do you see the supplement industry heading towards?
The supplement industry and the fitness industry as a whole has been watered down with pseudo bro scientists, fake companies, poor characters in the past 10 years. Ever since social media come about, everybody's a trainer, everybody's a nutritionist, everybody owns a supplement store, everybody makes a product, everybody does this. But as you see, they're going to get weeded out. When somebody sells a product, and the only reason is because of the way they look, then you have to question the morals and ethics behind that company. I never want to market a product based off any of my physical achievements. I don't even think they're that good. I mean, so what? I won some bodybuilding shows, Mr. Alabama, big deal. So what? I play college football. That don't mean my brain's worth of crap. But we take pride in ours because of the education behind it. That's what we love to do, is help people with a scientific basis. Nothing we do is bro science. We actually have reasons and proof, is what I like to say. There's a lot of people that don't, and you're going to see them flop within the next 10 years. Hope they're saving their money.
So add your achievements in there and we'll all make more money.
I don't know. If I was chasing a dollar, I would have done things differently.
Man. Sell the story.
I know. I never did any of this for the money. I did it because I love to do it.
Now it's time to make
I
money.
like helping people. And there was no reputable company. And I was having to freaking make stuff myself for my select clients that wanted something that high quality. And I said, you know what, I'm going to find somebody who'll do it. And that's what it came out. And then I was like, well, there's a little bit of margin, and that means I can take that time off of doing one-on-one consults, and then I'll just put it on the supplements. And there was a little bit of profit there, but all it did was make up for the time I was doing other stuff. There's not a massive turnaround in the business if you're doing it the right way, because the supplements are expensive. You know my prices.
Joe Thacker, what's new with Swinney Nutrition? What's new? What do you want to tell me?
Well, I guess that's the big news. John's known for a while, and Scully and new guy Nick or Dakota, whatever. But y'all known we are opening a new location. So in where I live in Madison, I have a gym, Champ 24/7. Okay, about 6 miles away from that, I am in with a doctor, and she is the one I chose to work with. She is by far the most intelligent women that I've ever spoken with. So me and her together are kind of teaming up to provide some anti-aging services or aesthetic services. That's kind of how it's tradelined in the business, but that's not what I want to call it. I just want to call it, I'm doing the same thing I've always done. Now I have a doctor right here beside me in the same office, in the room next to me, seeing all my patients that need blood work monitored, prescriptions monitored, and or prescriptions provided if the symptoms are there and your blood work shows a need. Then if she thinks it's possible, and if she thinks you need it, you can get your prescriptions while you're in the office. Now, we don't dispense medication. I'm not a pharmacist, but I have an MD with me, and you come in with, you say, man, I got low testosterone, who should I go to? Well, I've sent people to 20 different doctors, but I never get consistency. It's drove me crazy for the past 10 years. So finally, I met a bunch of people and had to think about it for a long time. But I decided to go with her, and she's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. They're going to come in with symptoms. We're going to send them to do very detailed blood work, which I have a phlebotomist, and we draw the blood in my clinic. But we get very detailed blood work from the Cleveland Heart Lab. You're going to have to fill out new patient paperwork, family history form, and your symptoms page. I mean, if you don't have symptoms, then you don't have symptoms. Once all that comes in, the doctor reviews it. If she sees a clinical need for any prescription, be testosterone or like the growth hormone secretagogues, the ceramorelin, GHRP6, GHRP2, whatever she thinks, of course, it's based on you. You want treatment, you go see a doctor. Well, now there's not 2 stops. It's all in one. It's not in the same location as my gym. I'm in a medical office now. But you come see us, it's like, hey, get my nutrition, get my body fat, get my body scanned, see what's going on with the 3D scanner, meet the doctor, review my lab panels, and pick up my prescriptions and leave. And then it's kind of like an all-in-one service. So we're trying to provide everything from the perspective of health promotion and human performance. I don't want you to just be healthy, but not able to perform your daily activities. But I also don't want you to be a professional bodybuilder and not be healthy. There's a happy medium. So that's what's new with Swinney Nutrition. The reason I haven't been on social media and I haven't been around, I hadn't talked to a lot of people. I've got 400 unopened, unresponded texts on my phone. And it's not anybody's fault but mine, but I ran out of hours in the day. And there's literally so many I can only see 10 at a time. So when I answer one, whoever texted last is at the bottom. I won't never see it. And I've probably got 900 emails. It's getting ridiculous. But
to use that service, they'd have to come to your office.
We're working on that. But right now, yes. Okay. To see the doctor, you have to be in the office. Again, me and you talked about doing a second location, but right now, you can do your blood work where you live.
Okay.
I can tell you what blood work to do, and you can go get it. But it has to be sent to me, and I have to have a physical copy, your HIPAA form, your patient forms, all of that before you ever come in the office. But only because I don't want you to have to come back. There's really no point if you live so far away. Then if the need is there and the doctor sees the pathology for the prescription, then the pharmacy will ship directly to you.
Okay.
And we use, one of our pharmacies is KRS Global out of Boca Raton, and they are the #1 503B compounding pharmacy in the nation. They have some amazing stuff. It's real big right now, the IGF-1, you see the bodybuilders and all these people talking about. Well, most of it from the research website. It's just, is it real? I don't know what it is. This is prescription. If you have a need and you get it prescribed, it's completely legal. It's not a controlled substance. It will ship directly to you. Or the growth hormone secretagogues, which I love those. Samorlin, GHRP2, GHRP6. It will increase your appetite, increase your growth hormone, and it's not a false substance entering the body. It increases your own natural production. But that combo makes you hungry. So like 20 minutes after you take it, you are eating. So if it's a guy like Skinny that's trying to gain weight, and you have a prescription of that, you are going to eat.
Now when it makes you eat, are you only going to eat shit you crave, or is it going to make you, will it help you eat chicken breast and egg whites?
That comes onto the discipline. I don't know.
Right.
Now, I mean, I've taken that stuff for years prescribed from KRS. I've worked with them a long time before I decided to partner with.
So if you're a Pop-Tart cereal eater and you're hungry, you're not going to walk in and eat Pop-Tarts and cereal.
I don't, but
right,
because I don't want that. But like if I wanted to eat watermelon, you know, it's got some sugar in it, or pineapple, it's got sugar. Well, I could eat a whole lot of it. Like I could probably eat 2 whole watermelons by myself after I eat steak and potatoes and broccoli. But I don't. I mean, I don't gorge myself.
Right.
But if you're trying to eat, that'll turn it on. But you won't get prescribed that stuff if there's not blood work and symptoms. I mean, there's no point. That's illegal.
Well, growth hormone, does it amplify anabolics, or is it an anabolic itself?
So human growth hormone can only be prescribed, as far as I know, for HIV and dwarfism in the United States. So we're not, I don't know anything about prescribing human growth hormone. I know about the science and the research and what it does, but we don't deal with the 191 chain amino acid human growth hormone like the SMAT stuff. I'm referring to the IGF-1, which is known as insulin-like growth factor. It's a 70 chain. There's you'll see on research websites, LR3 or long 3 IGF and DES, DES. That, I don't know, that's not, I've never seen that be real. People buy it offline for 20 bucks, or I don't know what that is. And if you're taking that, I have no idea. This is not, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about real IGF-1 prescription from a pharmacy in your name, shipped to your house on a cold ice pack that you have to keep cold, and then you have to reconstitute with water.
So what does that do?
That does a lot of things, but one of the main things we're seeing is it heals injured tissues.
Okay.
So the biggest clinical response I've seen is like me and my shoulder. So you take that in your shoulder and use a little bitty insulin needle. It's very small. You can't even see it. You would take that in your shoulder. It would definitely increase the amount of stem cell activation in your shoulder and the amount of recovery. So you got tendonitis in your knee. Well, you could take it anywhere in your body and it goes systemic. But I would prefer to take it in an area close to the injury, just in case there's any bro science that really works. I don't know. There's no proof, but I would do it just in case. Because if you put it here or here, it's still going to go in the body. But if my injury is right here, then I would put it right here, in the muscle, not in the joint.
Okay.
But we've seen tons of injuries healed. I mean, tendonitis gone, muscle tears heal in 4 weeks instead of 12 weeks, a bunch of fat loss and muscle gain. That is because, like you said, it amplifies anabolics. Most guys that are prescribed testosterone, they'll get 1 milliliter or 2 milliliters a week. Not much.
So it sounds like IGF works similar to how growth is supposed to work.
Yeah. Okay. So growth hormone converts to IGF-1 in the liver. About 70% of the HGH you would inject would turn into IGF. So it's actually stronger for that, and it shuttles nutrients. So we've had the other thing I've worked on is some people I got that are borderline type 2 diabetics, and they started working out, getting fit, taking IGF-1, and they've seen change in their blood sugars and their HbA1cs because it makes them more insulin sensitive, less insulin resistant. So if you worked out and you took the IGF-1 in the muscles after the workout, and then drank your protein shake and maybe ate some carbs or something, you would definitely see results very quick. I mean, you'd put on, I mean, most people I'm seeing 5 pounds in the first month of tissue, which is unheard of because it's usually 5 to 10 a year. We're seeing that in the first month. I don't have many people that's at the 6-month mark because we didn't start doing this until around the first of the year where I could start monitoring the blood work.
And that's in normal people or pre-diabetic?
That's normal people. Pre-diabetic, normal, pre-diabetic, injured, I'm seeing it in every single patient that does it about that. And they're, I don't know, it makes life easier, it seems like, for them. They're like, wow, this is kind of putting a supercharger on everything, so whatever I do works way faster.
Okay. All right, last question. And what form of TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, does he think is the most beneficial? Injections, gels, patches, or implants? And then he goes on to say, just got my levels back and they're low, 173 total, 20 PG free, 40 NG bio available at 7 a.m. and I'm 27 years old. Also, what products of his what pair best with testosterone replacement therapy to try to maximize any increase?
Okay. So before you make the step to do TRT, you need to rationalize with yourself. There's nothing you're going to do to fix your own production. It's part of aging. Some people just shut down faster with their own natural testosterone production or not. So if you're like, well, can I take TRT and somehow be back normal? I guess it's 1 in a million chance, but I don't want to bet on it. And I'm not going to recommend anybody to do TRT therapy if it's not a lifelong commitment. And I'm not saying it has to be a high dose. It could be 1 shot of testosterone a week or pellets a couple times a year or whatever. You just need to commit. Because anytime you come off, you're going to go back to this. I don't think you're really going to be worse than that because that's already shut down. If you're already low, I mean, low's low. I mean, $1.99. It's still low, okay? But my preferred form of TRT is the injections. I'm saying that because we have tried everything, and I have clients all over the place, and we've monitored every one of them. The gels and the creams we don't like because it rubs off. It may not absorb. You have to do it multiple times a day, get steady levels. It's really hard to absorb it. The pellets, well then we've done pellets. I've done pellets 12 times I think or something like that, and it just, my body metabolized them so fast it was almost like I could pull through pellets in 2 months.